Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Blasters and Bandits with the entire crew here today. This time, hope you guys have all had a very good week since we last played. Let's just waste no time and hop right into our recap, shall we? Last time we gathered, the party had made its way back to Shadda to Gebba the Hutt's hideout, where Oyen, with some fancy maneuvering, was able to land his ship in a very flashy style and avoid some mild turbulence that can happen in Nar Shaddai's lower levels. Some phenomena on the planet, which is why Gebba likes having his hideout on that level. The crew went and collected their money from the Zon Consortium. Yeah. Got it. Sorry, I forgot to open some of my notes here, so let me get those open too. Probably be good to have a recap if I have my actual notes open, guys. You know, might be useful. From Kadan or Kadan, however you want to say it. On Nar Shaddaa, they made money. They made some credits and have a favor in the back pocket if they ever need it from the Zon Consortium, which is a pretty handy thing to have. And they met back up with Gebba, who at his the slime cantina thing, slime palace. And they met. When they got there, they saw Gebba meeting or talking with Mira Halkard, a known enforcer of Zelon the Hutt's cartel. She was having a meeting with Gebba while the party was trying to also meet with Gebba. And Kubus Chica kind of made a motion for you guys to kind of back off while this meeting took place. That meeting happens, Mira leaves, and Kubus follows her outside of the Slime Palace. And yeah, the crew meets with Gebba. And Gebba gives them kind of like a job to do. To move some cargo, escort some cargo from one of the Nar Shaddaa landing things, I do believe. And then you guys do some shopping, and then we ended, I believe, is how it happened last episode. Is that correct? Did I miss anything, guys? Because I'm really bad at recaps. If you guys haven't figured it out yet,
it was a bit of a shorter one last week, so I think that pretty much covers it.
Not only have also fucking, if I'm not mistaken, Mira was also found dead by Doc.
That's right. Doc did some security cam stuff, and there was a body wearing Mira's armor. They'd been shot in the face, and you guys saw Kubus kind of leaving the scene of that. That is right. That is correct. Yeah. So you guys I guess you guys are still kind of like in the shopping area when Markus has arrived. Markus, do you arrive at the party's location? Have you awoken from your very long nap, Markus? You were out there for a little bit, buddy.
Yes, he comes in after probably been looking for something like a cool 15, 20 minutes or whatever, asking around, seeing which direction they was moving in and whatnot. It got guided roughly to this area, and then he probably notices Doc out in the way and shit, and it's cool, okay, they over there. And he'll start moving towards them. I'm don't know if we're still at in the shopping area or whatever. What was the dude's shop? Did it have a name or
it didn't have a name? It's just kind of like they don't really have names. They're just kind of shops, stores.
Gotcha.
Geba has some contacts that you guys can kind of get to fairly easily. That type of stuff. Doesn't necessarily have a name.
Yeah, he gonna run over there all. And he gonna be like, all right.
Just doing some shopping at this sketchy shit bazaar.
Exactly.
Oh shit! Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you for a little bit. Sure. So a lot of good wares. Yeah. He'll like take a look around and look at everything. And what were the robes called again?
They were resplendent robes, I believe. But before we do that, Marcus, let's go ahead and roll our destiny pool because I remembered. Because you never know when it'll come in handy.
I roll a light. Thank God.
So you can just click in the chat where it says "click here to roll for destiny."
Oh no!
Wow.
Yep.
Oh no!
Come on, Dan.
Oh no!
Nope.
It's like polar opposite of last week. We all rolled light.
Okay. All right. Yes, they were resplendent robes. Marcus is what you were looking for.
Okay. He's looking at those robes.
They are very fancy.
Yeah. I think he's gonna like go to the shopkeeper, whoever like is here, and like he's gonna be like, he's gonna ask like, how much for these robes?
The shopkeeper looks at you and says, 1,000 credits, no more, no less.
Is there a check I can do to see if I could try to bargain this down a little bit?
You don't even need the check. Like it's quite obvious it's easily to be like, he's saying, no, it's not a set price. It's like he's saying this because he wants you to pay full price, right? But you in your whole travels of the galaxy know more or less is never the true case. There's always room to negotiate.
All right, then, I don't know. Come on. Some of these robes, they're beautiful, but they've been here for, well, it seems like quite a while. Have they not? Would you not want them to go out and show off more of your wares to the wider ranges, Shadda? Just come now. Are people truly coming in here for these specific? How many people have glanced over, looked over? I feel at this point, I'm just trying to take them off your hands quickly, easily, without too much fuss and whatnot. But I don't think 1,000 credits is quite the correct amount for these. How about 800?
Okay, Bigfoot, give me a negotiation check. The difficulty is going to be 2 red die. He's a very shrewd merchant.
I could not do it though. I was like,
no, that's fine. Add any of your bonuses that you have, because I think you do get some for your
I get
pheromones, right, or something like that.
Yes, I think I get. Let me look. Species.
Like a blue die or something, like a boost die.
I add an advantage, or no, I don't know
Boost?
with the black. Yeah,
It,
boost.
it removes a black.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, go ahead and give it.
add,
I'll let you give you a boost. Yeah, if that's what it says.
is that what it is?
Let me look
It's
here.
just
What's
like
it
a
say
black
in here?
square. Add black square
no,
to all of it.
that's that gets rid of.
Oh
yeah,
no! Add an advantage.
that
Add an
removes-
advantage to all charm, deception, and negotiation
Yeah,
checks.
the black dice you remove a setback die.
Yeah, no. I'm tripping. I was reading the wrong thing. Yeah, add an advantage to all of these. So
Let me look here.
I have an advantage. If we had more light sides, I'd use one, but we don't. God damn it.
Hey, roll with the hand you dealt. In that, like, light side points are there to be used, my friend.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use the light side point for this.
You could use, and this is not me telling you what to do, Bigfoot, before you roll. I'm just looking through your things here. You do have valuable facts as an action. This is what it's once per encounter. Technically, this is an encounter with the merchant. So if you want to attempt to use that, use your knowledge in some way to give you like. Well, that's to one ally skill check, I guess. It's not to yourself, huh?
Yeah, it's not to me. That's the thing. That's why I would have tried it if it wasn't.
Well,
for
I consider yourself an ally, I guess.
I appreciate it if you let me do it.
Yeah, go ahead, give it a try. Give it a try. Why not?
All right,
why not?
I'll use. Would Outer Rim be the best for this? Since this,
it just says average knowledge check. Yeah, it could be Outer Rim would be fun. Well, it could be Outer Rim or Underworld. I'll let you do the picking. This isn't. I think Outer Rim kind of fits a bit more. He's not necessarily an Underworld dealer.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so the difficulty you said was 2 red, correct?
Two red. Actually, make it 1 red, 1 purple.
Oh no! I'm sorry. This is for the valuable facts checks I'm doing.
Oh,
right
fact checks is 2 purple. Sorry, yeah, that's 2 purple.
Okay, that's the
yeah. Sorry, getting a little mixed up here.
First. Yes.
So you get a triumph.
Oh boy.
And I triumphed on the to get
first day back.
All right.
Can't make this up.
Let's mark that down for Markus.
All right, so that adds the triumph to my next roll. Okay. So
yeah. Sorry. The difficulty for the next roll is actually 1 red, 1 purple, and it would have a black die, but you have pheromones that remove a black die. So, 1 red, 1 purple.
1 red.
That's on me. That was my mistake. Let me open the dice box for you guys too, so the chat can see.
And I wish there was a way for me to literally add the triumph to the thing, so that.
Oh yeah.
That could just be there. And I guess I said I was going to use the light side point. I ain't going back out of it. All right. Let's see. Plus the triumph.
Plus the triumph. So that means you get another success and 0 threats. That threat will be canceled out because the triumph is a success and an advantage, I believe. I'll look it up later. Anyway, you succeed in your negotiation. So yeah, Markus, the shopkeep looks at you and he's like thinking over a minute. All right. Deal.
Good doing business with it.
All right. He wraps it up for you and offers it to you, and you pay him the 800 credits.
All right.
So you can add, or I can add it to your character sheet. Resplendent robes.
Resplendent robes.
They are under. You can just search for it in the thing and just drag it onto your character sheet, and it should add it in there.
Oh wow, that's a cool bonus they have.
They are very nice.
Where do I go to?
So if you click up at the top under the items tab, it looks like a
suitcase.
And then there's a search button up there.
Got you.
And you can just type in Resplendent Robes, and then you just drag that onto your character sheet.
Got you.
Now, if you do wear armor, you will have to take armor off to wear the robes. I don't think they can stack on top of each other.
Yeah, no, it's already showing me that.
Got you. Okay. So, just, be aware that if you want to wear it, you have to kind of swap up outfits around. But other than that, you are have the Resplendent Robes now. Okay. Also, for those of you watching at home, if I get a rule wrong, I'm a human being, and I screw them up sometimes, and I try to make them right after the fact. So, if I'm wrong in any of the things that I have said here, I will double check them after I'm done. Yeah. So, Markus, you have the robes now. They've been delivered to you there at the shop. What is the party going to do now? I believe you have a couple days before that shipment arrives. If there's anything else that you want to do in the meantime.
I think if we make our way back to the ship, Doc would probably start up a conversation about what's her name, Mira.
Okay. So if you guys go back to the ship, is that what you're going to do? You want to go back to the ship to rest, chill out for a couple days. You can do that. And when you get back there, Doc, who are you going to start this conversation with Mira? Or just the group as a whole, or anyone in specifically with her, about her, rather?
If I remember correctly, I think Owen was the one
Hold up.
asked.
Doc,
your
mic is really bad, Loki. I can't understand.
Oh, hold on.
It's kind of like you got water in your throat, kind of, and really reverby.
Is that better?
No.
Sounds about the same.
Yeah,
No,
sounds about the same.
okay. Different?
Same.
It's definitely not the usual Doc voice, for sure. Doc seems to be having trouble with his vocabulary. He's adjusting it momentarily. He's working on it.
I think his motivator's busted.
I fiddled about. Is this any better?
It's normal you, yes.
Yeah, normal voice.
Okay. All right, cool.
All right. Now, Doc, does this sound okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Okay. Well, so back there at the Slime Palace, we ran into an old associate, and I said I would explain a little bit later. So now that we're out of prying eyes, out of the view of prying eyes, I suppose I owe you a little bit of explanation about some background. Um, so, Mira, as we saw, works for a hut named Zelon, the Tyrant. It was a former employer slash owner of me. And if you're really technical about it, still current owner of me. I may have sort of kind of taken a lot of seed money that I was given by Zelon and made myself scarce. So, um, since we're traveling together and, you know, things have been going pretty well, I figured that was information that y'all deserved to know.
Oh, good to know.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're friends with one hut, and now we're going to be potential enemies of another.
Well, the slightly good news is my appearance is vastly different than when I was uh, under Zelon's employ. Part of the funds that I absconded with, I've used to myself a bit of a makeover. So most of his, normal minions and hired hands probably wouldn't pick me out of the crowd, but reputation being what it is, I can't guarantee that will last forever.
And
So how how much seed money are we talking? Yeah.
A significant amount, enough to buy a decent starship, I would say.
Now,
Now that's a significant amount, all right.
That it is. Uh, Also, I feel I have to ask, who is Mira?
Yes, you weren't there. Mira is an enforcer, let's say, an enforcer that worked for Zalon, a Mandalorian, as it were. Rare these days, but yes, Mira had appeared, or happened to be in the Slime Palace when we arrived. I thought maybe she was there looking for me. I don't know if that was the case or not. Geba didn't seem to um, behave any differently, or maybe that she was there for me. Maybe it was not related, but she does work for Zelon, and she was there, and there was words exchanged that we're not privy to, and then uh, uh, Chico, the you know Geba's enforcer, followed her out, and apparently, based on some security footage I was able to find, killed her. So uh, there's a decent chance that problem has resolved itself, but you know,
I wouldn't say.
I just didn't want to hide anything.
No, I'm glad you didn't, but I feel this is more of a problem now because the enforcer of Zidlon has been killed by Geba's main enforcer. If word of this gets back to Zidlon, wouldn't it cause a hut-on-hut conflict?
Oh,
And if you were brought in the middle of that,
Gebet and Zelon have been fighting each other through proxies for decades. That's nothing new.
We'll take your word for it. Well, as long as we know, we can prepare to, better keep ourselves and you a step ahead of everyone else. So we're prepared to take measures to keep everything safe, secure. I feel like since you've done the makeovers, nobody is likely to recognize you on first glance. So
I would assume that Geva knows who I am by means of the fact that he's a hut, and I probably wouldn't received the original invitation if he didn't. But I'm not too terribly worried about that, as Geva loves to steal talent from Zelon, so it's probably a benefit to us at the moment.
Okay. I say, oh, glad you brought this to us. Okay. So we can keep the information in the back pocket. Make sure we take precautions in case anything comes of it. And, continue doing what we've been doing so far, as it were, while just being a little more cautious.
Yes, and we would probably want to avoid any jobs or anything that take us near Tisk or Zalon's hunting grounds, as that is likely to cause more drama than it's worth. Not that anything has taken us in that direction as of yet, but just to have everybody in the loop.
Mm-hmm. Well, we haven't taken any new jobs yet, so I doubt there'll be anything going that far away anyway. So, but we know where to look out for. We know what to do. I guess all we got to do now is figure out what, if any, next job we're gonna do. And see what that'll be.
We do have this job for Geba.
Oh, we do.
It was lovely vague exactly what we were doing other than an escort mission, but gangster's gonna gangster, right?
So we're gonna be guarding cargo?
That was my understanding. To be fair though, I was not there when the job was discussed. I was hiding.
Yes, that's basically what was required of us from Geba. He wouldn't let us know what was in the cargo. All we need to do is escort it safely, and we'll get paid. That's the job. Simple as that.
Mm. All right. Didn't mention anything about who might be after the cargo.
Well, we can imagine that some other rival cartels be on the lookout for the shipment, which is why we're going to be there to make sure things go over smoothly and we deliver what we need to deliver, or make sure it gets where it needs to be.
All right. I don't see any problems. Okay. Now we just need to prepare for the job.
Indeed.
Which is still what, a few days away, Josh, you said?
Yeah, you got like a couple days, which is just to give you guys time to do anything in the meantime if you want to. You can always just let's skip ahead to that if you want, or if there's anything you want to do in the meantime. Just to give you a little buffer room. It's up to you guys.
Gotcha.
I think during that time, Marcus would be doing a couple things. He'd want to check at one of his days. He'll check the Holonet for like on Naboo for like information on like what how does it feel like they talking about it? Like what's the situation like? Who all's coming out like politically talking about shit. He checked that shit. He'd also be going around just not sure that in the Slime Palace in general. He'd kind of be sort of going around talking to people, getting a lay of the land information, trying to see if there's any jobs people are mentioning and things like that, any low key things. Or just any information on like the goings on of like the cartel or like any situations happening outside that are like important. Like, he'd be going around like.
Okay. First things first. On the Holonet for Naboo, as you check it, it says the Tycho Loa murder investigation continues. And that Hugo Laga has been exonerated in of being like accused. He was accused of murdering him. Not accused, but like was there, and it's kind of like it was looking bad kind of thing. And that Rego Keswick vows to help in any way with funds or forces to hunt down the murderer, the real murderer of Tycho Loa. Just basic stuff on the news. Nothing that would particularly stand out to you. Yes. The next part is you want to investigate the Slime Palace. Not investigate, but you're looking at hanging out around the Slime Palace for like jobs, basically, and kind of like the goings-ons a little bit. Marcus?
You're muted,
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
I believe you're muted, Bigfoot.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's just going around talking to people, like getting information, you know, ingratiating himself and shit, you know what I mean? Like the vibes like that.
Yeah. One day while you're in the Slime Palace, whichever day this is, I accidentally opened another browser, didn't mean to do that. You are just kind of hanging out, and Krog Broes, the Gron, like guy that you had a contact with way back in the first session. Do you remember, Marcus? The
Oh yeah, no, he remembers Krog.
Yeah. Comes up to you and says, are you it says I have a bounty for you if you're interested. You know, I know you guys are always looking for jobs. This one's got good pay. I know it's not your normal deal. I know that's not what you usually do. Trust me, I got eyes on everywhere. But if you're looking to make a little extra money, Marcus, I can hook you up.
Is there a timetable on the bounty? Or?
No, just that you gotta bring him in alive. That's all, alive.
Okay. Oh.
It's a former hunter of Gebba's that's gone a little rogue here. Bounty 6,400 if you bring him in alive. You get nothing if he's dead. He's very dangerous, I'll tell you that. Very dangerous. currently located / spotted around the Onderon area.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best I can give you right now.
Mm-hmm. Send me the information. We'll take a look into it. I'll ask the rest of my group and see how they feel about it, and yeah, if they agree, we'll take a look into it.
Excellent. Here, take this as well. He kind of slips you a. It kind of looks like a cylinder a little bit. That kind of when you take it in your hand, it kind of shoots out like a little smaller, like pin type deal.
Mm-hmm.
It is you would know this as a digital lockpick. Good for one-time use to open just about any kind of door that you could think of. It'll just break right through it. Very illegal, very hard to get your hands on.
Yep. He'll take it like quickly and like put it up and be like, "Thank you very much."
Never know when it'll come in handy.
Yeah, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Like he'll take the information, bring it back to everybody else, like later on that day, and tell them about the job a little bit.
Yeah.
Be like, so it's a bounty job. And shit, pays well. Takes him in. You have to take him alive. Lack of information is we only know that he was last seen being beyond something to think about. After we do this current job. Figure I'll bring you some new information, some new leads on jobs and things. Could also help us ingratiate ourselves more together. Maybe get some time off of what's her name? Is it Leon? Or Leon?
It is Lazara.
Lazara, yeah.
The bartender girl. Bartender slave.
Yeah, Lazara is the Twi'lek.
Yeah, Lazara. Maybe take a little more off of it by ingratiating ourselves more together through doing this job, as he is a rogue hunter. Just some food for thought. Obviously, we have to complete this job first.
Could be worth looking into. I'm not really a bounty hunter, but it pays credits, so it's worth maybe worth looking into it.
I check on but that's the slaves on it.
Does the ship have a brig on Onion?
The ship have a what?
A brig.
Oh, a brig.
We'll need a place to keep him in.
That is a valid question, and that's totally up to you, DT.
Yeah, I would imagine that we'd have like I don't know necessarily like a brig, but maybe like a storage area that you could that could be turned into one, if needed.
Yeah. For sure.
If the target breathes, I can keep them sedated for however long we need to transport them.
Oh yeah.
Doc's over in the corner mixing up an IV drip. Like, whatever you need, I got you.
That is both extremely helpful and very useful, but also profoundly disturbing.
He breathes.
He's like, yes, exactly.
If it breathes, I can sedate it.
it's not a given that everything breathes.
I know, but you have to work on how you phrase the sentence. Like that's the thing. It's
I'm fucking crying. Okay, God, get back in the game. Yeah, Marcus. Also, when you were searching the HoloNets around, this news kind of goes out and around occasionally. There's another bounty by the New Republic. This one's wanted dead or alive. It is last seen in Hut Space is kind of like where it was last seen. There is a bounty on a former Imperial spy that the New Republic is looking for, a human. 40s. It's kind of all the information you get on it. 1,800 credits for that bounty. The New Republic is shockingly cheap compared to the Huts. So since you're in the area of Hut space, it probably pinged on your radar to keep an eye out, just in case you come across anything out there or want to pursue that. That is an option for you.
Yeah, I mentioned that one too. It's like much less credits, but it's in the area, so you know, if we have eyes on somebody like that, then wouldn't be any skin off our back, so to speak, to if we notice and seen somebody like that, go ahead and take them in or out. Either way, I guess.
Could also be worth a shot if we see him or happen to run into him.
If it happens, it happens. If not, it's not a big deal. You know.
Also, in addition, while you were hanging around the slime palette, so there's a list of jobs that you have dug up, basically, Marcus. I've just been giving them to you one at a time, but here's another one that you heard about that I just lost in my note. Here it is. There is just a contact you have at the slime palace. Probably Krog, to be honest with you. Also has like there's a wants you to smuggle. Like he's heard about this new academy professor that is kind of on the download, looking to smuggle some like professors onto oh god, where's the location?
The Slime Palace.
No. It wants you to smuggle some professors onto Deveron, which is a planet near the core, where the like Devorians come from, I believe. That planet. It doesn't pay in credits, but they do have their hands on some illegal cargo that you guys could sell, pass on, if you wanted to. They have 6 411 holdout blasters, 411 holdout blasters. Very highly illegal, I believe, cargo that you guys could possibly sell for, how much is it? Let me look here. Yeah, he's got like 6 of them. You could sell them for like 350 each, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on your negotiation tactics. type deal. So that's another job you guys could take eventually. There's no real time limits on any of these jobs, other than there might be other bounty hunters out after the other bounties.
Right. Yeah. He'll basically like however many on the list. He'll like he comes back like periodically, probably like after like few days, like every day he comes back and he's like, all right, so these are the jobs I found out about today. I found out about these jobs today. He's like, okay, and these jobs are also possible if we want them on this day. Like, I imagine y'all like every I don't know how y'all feel, but like every day he comes back with more work.
I'm just like
that's a lot of jobs there. I think we need to take this one job at a time, and we still have to do this cargo escort here, and then we can evaluate our options after that. But
yeah, of course. I just wanted to.
But it's good to have options for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So Marcus, you have a list of jobs. As well. All right. Anything else that you guys want to do in the meantime?
No, not for me. I think I'm just ready to do the job.
Escort. Ready to move on.
I'm debating on to make something.
Okay.
Do it. You still got time.
Do it.
I'm thinking either tracking beacon so in case we ever lose the cargo or gets taken from us, or a potential short range radar just in case anyone gets to sneak on us. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what. So obviously, while we're waiting for the job, I'd probably go to somewhere.
Loki.
Woo. I have no idea what you just did, but that.
Are you doing all right there, Doc?
Jesus.
That was extreme.
Hell.
I was gonna say, the dog still has those tracking darts that we made on the boob.
Yeah, Loki, you might want to look at your mic again, but you still have tracking darts made on you, and now you're normal. I don't know what is happening. When you said "dang it," it sounded so normal.
Jesus.
I don't know what that's about.
I'm still trying to recover.
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, tracking, and Doc does have tracking darts.
Right. So we don't need to worry about the tracking darts. I can just make the small radar then. So I'd probably go to an area somewhere in the place for like crap gets thrown out but not used.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just use that to build it.
Yeah, I'll need you to make a roll for me, Derps.
Yeah, it's my one per session. What's it called? I think it's called it's not natural thinker. It's called contraption. I think I have to make a hard mechanics check.
Contraption. Let me read it here. Just for me. Make a hard mechanics check to fashion a device to solve a current problem using just tools and parts on hand. Yeah, sure. Why not? Go ahead.
Purple. And look away.
You are successfully able to set up a one-time use like short radar. It'll be something you probably have to repair in the future, Jindy, just because the nature of just making items together out of scrap and stuff.
Yep.
has a chance to kind of fails after one-time use, but you're able to cobble together a type of short-range like radar. It'll basically, here's how it'll work. It'll keep you guys from getting snuck up on, surprised on for like one combat encounter, basically. We'll use it like, that's just a simple way to do it. So you can't use it to necessarily track anybody that might be following you or anything like that, but it will keep you from getting like surprised or an ambush.
It's like a one-time use sort of deal.
Yeah, sort of like that. I need to look into crafting a little bit more in this game. But in the moment, I think that works fine. As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
I'm happy. I just made a note and made it in my inventory.
Correct. So don't forget you have that.
Okay, so use that. What else do I want to do? I'd probably go like do just like some routine checkups on the ship, because we did leave it to two of Geba's best mechanics to tune it up, refuel and stuff. I want to make sure everything's okay in case anyone's like sort of sabotaged it when we were away or something.
Oh, you just want to look into it and see if there's any goings-ons?
Yeah, like
any sneakies?
check.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a how are you checking it? Do you want to check it basically, do you want to go through the computers, or do you want to like just go around and check all like the parts and stuff and all that, like mechanically?
Could I do both? Or could I only do one?
You can do one or the other. Yeah, you can do both if you want to.
I'll start with the mechanical part. Start with the body.
Yeah, difficulty will be just one purple. Alright. There does not appear to be anything amiss with the ship's body. It appears to be in tip-top shape, fully taken care of, much like the mechanics said they would take care of.
Cool. Next, the diagnostics, the internal
computer check. Yeah, one purple die for that as well. Triumph.
Jeez. God dang it. I mean, I'll take the triumph, but jeez.
Jindy, when you're going through the computers, you discover a like, it's very hard, very well hidden, very hard to see, very minimal tracking signature hidden in the computers. And you can see in the log when it was added with all of your successes and advantages back on Naboo that there is somebody watching where you guys go.
Can I don't want to get rid of it. Could I potentially make it send it like a false signal sort of deal?
Yeah, you
so
can.
We travel.
So with how well you rolled, you could be able to add in like some additional little bit of code if you want to send false signals to when you're going here, you're really going here. Something you could adjust really easily on the fly. It is yeah, you can do that basically. You can set it up to be like, you can set it to track where you actually are. You can set it to send you just randomly all across the galaxy if you want to, within reasonable like means. You don't want to give away cover, right? Like if you're suddenly on if you're on Nar Shadda, you're not gonna suddenly be on, the core systems in like 5 minutes. Like that's impossible. So
yeah, you're
able to set it however you want, like for that. But yeah, you find something extremely well hidden within the computer.
Could I also like set up a sort of link to my data pads just in case I'm not at the computer? I can do it on hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of assumed that's how you were gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. And just like beep, beep, beep. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna gather when the crew's all gathered. I'll find them, especially tell Onion. Mostly.
So Jindy, you don't find any like audio bugs or anything like that. There was just this one little signature that you found and were able to manipulate. So if that comes up during the course of this meeting, you already know ahead of time. So you gather everybody together, Oyen, Doc, Markus, all together in the meeting room of the Trinity Viper.
So I was doing checkup through the ship, and I noticed that someone added a sort of tracking program to the ship.
What? My ship?
Yeah,
Here?
Yep. I've sort of did something so that they'll no longer track us for a while.
Who the hell's tracking us?
I'm not sure who did it. The source was unknown, but I can tell when it was installed. It was when we were on Naboo.
So that's why. Okay. It makes sense then.
I can't say that I'm surprised.
Yeah. It all tracks now. So, depending on when on Naboo, which I assume it was probably before we originally, with like air quotes, he says like left the planet. Shit, they probably knew we were staying around for a couple of days and changed the shipment. And I've been keeping an eye on us since we seem to be pests. But we've disabled the, or at least given us some cover from the tracking.
Did you be able to remove it, or what did you do?
I didn't remove it just in case it would tip them off that we were on to whoever was tracking us. It's still going, but I'm sending like false signals. So right now I've made it like this. They know we're on Nar Shaddaa, but if we leave and go somewhere else, I can easily just make it seem like we go to somewhere else close by.
Well, normally I would say get rid of that thing, but I do want to know who the hell is keeping an eye on us. So, for that reason alone, I'm okay with it staying on. But otherwise, I would want that thing off my ship.
Yeah, I will try and keep work on it, try and figure out who did it, maybe try and find out, but can't make no promise.
Well, you do what you can for now. Thanks for finding.
No, we shouldn't, because I don't know how long it took Jindy to get to, because I imagine maybe a couple days or whatever, what have you. Like, because we were chilling for like a couple days, and it probably took a day to like check the ship fully, mechanically and shit, I assume.
Yeah.
And everything, and so Markus will be like, well, we should assume they've had our location on Nar Shaddaa for a few days at this point. So should also assume, depending on how important we are, should be cautious of them sending agents themselves to keep an eye on us as well. And possibly mislead to just not like we weren't doing it in the first place, but keeping ourselves on our toes, as it were. Now that we know that we have somebody actively looking at us at this point.
And while this is happening, I'm gonna go over to Chippy and kind of.
Chippy, how did you not know about this? You were here the entire time. We were gone. Did you not see what happened or hear what happened or anything? What's going on?
Chippy,
how could they have done this?
Chippy chirps and beeps, but he says he's never saw anybody, never heard anything out of the ordinary.
I mean, I don't usually have to directly touch the systems that I have access to. So, it's reasonable that Chippy may not have seen anything. They were just in the vicinity.
Yeah, it might have been a digital upload from somewhere close by.
Yes. But it doesn't seem like we're extremely high priority. We were given like tracking methods to make sure to keep our whereabouts, probably, but nothing crazy. The only problem will come, I feel, is if they're able to figure out that we've figured out that they were tracking us. Because that feels like when they would start to actually act. But as long as we're a step ahead of them, it feels like we can probably, hopefully, find information on who's looking into us before they find out about us.
Well, I'd certainly like to know who the hell's messing with my ship. So
I think it could be related to the murder that we were looking into.
Oh, most likely. I'd imagine this is probably connected to that. Directly connected to that.
Well, I mean, at least from the little bit that we were able to find out about Maxia is, connections to intelligence, Republic intelligence, maybe deeper, we don't know, but,
the ISB was, or at least ISB tactics were used.
Indeed, yes.
So the people we're dealing with seem to be, on either side of it, extremely intelligent, cunning, and their main job was making sure they were not found when they were doing something. So
probably what I would guess the best thing for us to do at the time is to not draw their attention.
Yes.
Something tells me if they wanted us dead, we'd be dead. But maybe we're useful to them in some way at the moment, or maybe we're not big enough of a threat.
And the problem is we don't know when either of those things change.
Well, yes, but right now they think they have tabs on us, and they seem to be content with just knowing where we are. So us knowing that we know that, we can, tilt the odds in our favor a bit without drawing any additional attention to ourselves.
Yes. All right. All in all, great work, Jimdy. Great work finding that.
I'm just a bit cautious is all, because usually when I'm on a ship, I usually make sure everything's in right order my way. I'm just
trying to figure out where the hell it happened. We literally moved spaceports to a whole other city and took a damn train back to the Theed.
My assumption is it happened prior to our first departure. Like it was, the ship was already bugged by the time we got back to it after the explosion and everything. We'd already been tagged by this point, is my assumption. They'd already.
I mean, it's possible because I feel like that's the whole point of leaving Theed and then landing at another city and all that.
My assumption.
But you might be correct in that. I don't
my
see
assumption
how it also could have been.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Is My assumption is they tagged the ship, thinking just in case. When we said we were going to leave, we left, went to a different spaceport. As soon as they realized that we didn't leave the planet, they understood we probably had more information than we needed. Probably looked into a couple of things. Maybe had some agents on the ground at the spaceport where we were. Saw that we were looking into things, or I was looking into things, and different holonets and things like that for specific things. Moved around the shipments, and which is why when we found them, they were nothing but scrap, because they already knew our target. They already knew that we knew. So most likely, they switched departments, and worst case scenario, they were watching us when we got there. Which would add credence to Doc's statement that we're maybe useful and not big enough. Because if that's the case, but we have no way of knowing fully.
Well, whoever it is should go watch a Bantha's ass instead. I don't like this whole being watched business. I don't care if they're a potential ally or not. What sort of trust is there going to be here if we're getting tracked everywhere we go?
Mm-hmm. I agree. This is fucking ridiculous.
Well, we'll worry about this at a later time, but I think maybe we should prepare anything we need to prepare before we do this cargo escort.
Yeah. All right, nice. Let's prepare for the job at hand, and keep an eye on this as we move on. Move forward. Whatever, man. I got one.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything for the job?
I think I'm good.
There's a lot going on this ship right now.
It is.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
The only thing I could think of was Jendi was saying something, and I was I was saying something at the same time, and we kind of didn't let Jendi finish. So,
Jendi, was there anything else you wanted to add?
You were talking about like checking the ship in your own way or whatever.
Oh yeah, just checking the ship my own way because I just didn't trust other people. It's just a habit of mine. I like kind of with gear. I like doing it myself, even on ships. I used to drive people crazy, especially on the cargo ships I used to smuggle aboard on.
Well, that cautiousness has found something that I'm not too happy about having on the ship, but I'm glad that we know about it now.
I'm glad.
Seems about the right amount of paranoid to me.
Okay. Ready to move on to the escort job?
Yep.
I am.
Okay. So you guys rest and get prepared for the upcoming job that Geba has hired you for, which is on the planet of Nar Shadda. It is just to escort some cargo that he has coming in. On the surface, foodstuffs that he has coming in, and you have coordinates for a hangar bay on one of the lower levels of Nar Shadda. You're already on a lower level. Geba's kind of main hideout is on a lower level, but this is kind of couple levels below that, even deep, a little bit deeper into the Nar Shaddaa area. The reason Geba doesn't bring it in here is most likely because cargo. It just makes sense to bring it in lower and trying to keep it a little low key and not draw attention to it. Evidence and whatnot. So you guys are locked, loaded, and ready to move out. You have coordinates to where the hangar is, and you can get there on foot, or you can grab like a taxi, or whatever you need to get there.
I mean, how far is it?
I mean, it's pretty far. Like, I don't have like a measurement for you, but
yeah. Well, I was just like, I was wondering if it was within walking distance or not, because we'll definitely
you
take
could. You could get to like a turbo lift too. Like, it's just kind of like your method of transport. How do you want to get there? Like, you can take a turbo lift that's down there, go a few levels, walk. You can take a speeder that kind of get there a little quicker and probably a little bit safer. It's up to you guys.
I imagine we'll just take a speeder or like a I don't know, some kind of ship or speeder to get there. Yeah.
Like, Geba can provide something for you. Like, it's not inconceivable that he would have like some speeder bikes or speeder, whatever you want to ride in, basically, for his thugs to use, and you are his thugs at this point. So, so you guys are able to procure some speeder bikes or a speeder and are able to make your way down to the lower levels of Nar Shaddaa, to one of Geba's many hideouts down below. So you kind of get to where you're going, and there's really nobody out and about. The streets are fairly empty of this area of Nar Shaddaa. It is this low. It's a little Wild Westy. So you guys would know that if they're hanging around for a little while. But not a whole lot going on the streets as you make your way to this big what would be like a warehouse, basically, with like one of those big heavy duty doors on it. There's no guards or anything here. How do you wish to proceed? Are you gonna open the doors and go inside, or what are you gonna do?
I would like to perform a perception check just to see like we're good, like nobody's actually here, and we're not like about to fall into a trap or something, you know?
Checking around the outside of the area, kind of, basically.
Yeah, kind of before we go in.
Give me that I'm gonna spend a destiny point to make this a little bit harder, but it'll be a purple and a red die perception. For you.
So 1 purple, 1 red.
Yeah, 1 purple, 1 red.
Okay.
That's kind of like this area, this floor of Nar Shaddaa kind of smokes, kind of obscuring your vision and stuff somewhat. Jesus Christ.
A triumph, baby.
Another crit, Jesus.
Let me write that down. Okay.
I got eyes like a hawk.
Okay. All right, Owen, what you spot is, for the most part, the streets are empty, but around a corner, as you're kind of looking around, you see a shimmer. And as you kind of move to investigate this shimmer, you recognize it as like a cloaking device type shimmer to it. Do you wish to investigate that there's nobody on the streets. You don't see anybody. You don't see a major threat or anything.
I would like to investigate, but before I do, I'm gonna like very silently and quietly comlink the rest of the crew and let them know of my discovery. And then after I do that, I want to stealthily make my way towards the shimmer, and I want to kind of like sneak up, towards it.
Yeah, got you. So give me a stealth check, 2 purple die, and I'm gonna give you a boost die of blue just because it's so smoky on this floor to give you like a little bonus. Because it is kind of hard to see. So yeah. 2 purple and a boost die with your stealth roll.
And
I also had because I had switched into the listen. I don't know how to do it on here. Oh,
what are you doing, Marcus?
I switched to the resplendent robes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just remember that you have it.
No, it's marked on the thing. Like,
I think there's a way to equip and unequip. I can't remember.
No, I just did.
Oh, you got it.
Thing.
You got it.
You have to. Yeah, you
click
have to
the shield. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So does that add anything, Bigfoot?
Oh, just a boost.
Okay, so 2 boosts then. Yeah.
Let me read the resplendent robes again. I want to make sure.
Yeah, it says that the wearer draws attention to himself. Allies in medium range add a boost to perception, skill, duggery, and stealth.
Are you drawing attention to yourself, Marcus?
Well, I was gonna say I don't think we want to draw attention.
Okay,
that's the thing. That's what matters.
He won't do it.
So maybe. So yeah, no, we don't need
just
that.
Just keep what you got. Yeah.
Okay, so again, 2 purple and a blue. Yes.
And a blue. Yeah, you get a boost for the smoke.
Okay, 2 purple and a blue. Let's go. How, bro?
Oh, damn.
I failed, but I get 4 advantages in the triumph. Make that make sense.
How did it go like that? Let me. Okay.
I can make it make sense. Oyen, as you are making your way stealthily down over to these vehicles, to the shimmer, you don't notice a step down, unfortunately, as you kind of go make your way, and you land, you trip as you kind of step down. You know how you'll kind of like when you don't see a step, right? And you take a step, but you miss the step, and you kind of hyperextend your knee a little bit.
Yeah.
You kind of hyperextend your knee, aggravate an old war injury, and you fall down with a clunk. But luckily, a large ship kind of is going overhead at the same time, and it just kind of makes this bunch of noise. It kind of covers the thunk up a little bit. So while your pride might be a little injured, but for the most part, nobody should have noticed you. There's nobody really watching. And you have fallen into the smoke. Where you guys saw Oyen moments earlier, you see nothing but smoke now. And you're like, dang, that guy's really good at disappearing. He's super good at stuff.
Meanwhile, like as I'm on the floor, I'm just
son of a
like just under my breath, like
yeah, so that's on the plus side, you're now prone, hidden in the smoke. Nobody can see you at all.
Cool.
So that's the best way I can interpret that role. If anybody's got anything,
I mean,
better.
Hey, that's fine with me. Hey, I'll take that.
One of the things I like about the dice system, yes, task failed successfully, Doc.
Successfully.
Yeah, so Oyen, you kind of crawl your way over to these vehicles hidden in the smoke of this level of Nar Shadda. And as you get there, As you get closer to it, you can see that they are speeder bikes, and there's about 4 speeder bikes that you can see, as well as like a speeder vehicle as well. With like a mass occupancy of like probably about another 4.
Okay, would I be able to determine that these speeder bikes are the ones that like we're waiting on for the like cargo shipment, or are these like just people trying to swoop in and like take the score, you know?
You'll have to examine them closer for that. The score, the smuggler thing should be coming in on a ship, not speeders though.
Okay.
So,
right, well, so
that
knowing
right away
that information
is kind of like a
yeah.
thing in your mind.
Yeah, knowing that information, I'm going to again just go on my comm link and then let the crew know that
I've spotted several speeders that probably shouldn't be here. Heads up. Our shipment isn't here yet, but whoever these guys are probably shouldn't be here. So just keep an eye out, stay alert. There's multiple speeders in the area.
All right, cool. Josh, how long would you say all of this set took? Like going in, go down, fall amazingly.
Probably probably from the moment you arrived to this point, probably around 15 minutes have passed.
All right. So, okay. I just asked because we're standing outside the door just for like 15 minutes. Like we're kind of just standing outside the door.
I kind of assume like once this is going on, you guys are probably like not necessarily hiding, but kind of taking cover and not being super obvious out front, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of how I take it.
I assume so.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't assume. Maybe Markus is out there in his resplendent robes being super obvious. Everybody look at me. And then everybody else gets a boost on their stealth checks.
Just out there, just dancing with the robes out, doing a little dance.
Could be. You never know.
Hey, listen, wouldn't be the worst move. He's thinking about it. Yeah, because it's one of those ones of like until. Are there other perches or entrances to the hangar or is it just this door is to the area we're looking for?
I'll definitively tell you there are no other entrances. That would be necessarily obvious and without you having to like search around for like. There's probably like a vent somewhere, obviously, that you could probably get in with it, maybe, if you can find it. Things like that, but there's not like a back door or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I was more asking. Yeah, okay, Markus on the comms. Like, this is he's thinking about this, and like I said, he'll hit on the comms and quietly, slowly, because, yeah, I think we all, like, as soon as, like, Oyen had stepped away, we, like, moved, casually probably moved around, like, to the sides or whatever to, like, probably making it look like we had, like, a new call on the comms or whatever. They went longer than we expected it to or some shit. And he'll, like, also, like, put in and be like, okay. So we have multiple people who might be hostile and everything. And about how far away are the speeders from us? Would you say? I would like Oyen like guesstimate it. Like
they're within walking distance. It's not like super far away. Like they have them like around a corner. But they thought, but like you could tell the thought process of these would be like, we get them over here, we'll put them around the corner, stealth drives are on. Nobody will notice this, so they're not super far away. Like you could make a run to them if you needed to from the door.
Can I make a look up and around to kind of like he'll do it like casually, like he's just looking at the sky, like you're trying to get the sun out of his eyes or whatever, to see if there are any perches or cameras or anything like that that could be used to like see us.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Shit. All right. What am I rolling? Just two, or
it'll be I'm gonna spend a destiny point here to turn it into a purple and a red die, as the smoke is just kind of feeling more into the area.
Oh Lord, why? Yeah.
And I feel shitty doing it, but it's the only way I can give you guys light side points.
Hey, listen, it's great. It's great. Wait, listen, it should be about this. Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Let's go!
Yeah, okay. I don't feel bad anymore.
That's great.
Nicely done. Hey, look, man. Sometimes the force is on your side. So, Marcus, you look up and you don't see any cameras. It makes sense for there not to be cameras this low, and this is kind of like a hut area for smuggling and stuff. Make sure there's no cameras. There is, however, up above a ledge, and like you make it out just barely through the smoke of the lower levels of Shadda of a vent system that you could. That's probably big enough for somebody to fit into and maybe go into the warehouse, perhaps, if it leads that way.
All right. Then he'll like relay this on comms to you. Okay. Locate the vents. That and they'll like give the like location wherever it is. I don't know who's like closest to it, if it's way in or if like it's farther away or whatever. But he's basically be like, one of us could go through this vent, survey the locale, check back in with everybody else, tell us the situation, and maybe we can get the drop on anybody if there's any hostiles in the area. Because yeah, how far away is it?
Vent, you'll have to climb up to it, but you could probably do that.
Okay. What was climbing? Oh shit, that sounds like a strong person thing.
Yeah, it'd probably be something like a. Is there an athletics?
Maybe? Yeah, athletics.
Probably be like an athletics check. If you have like a rope or something, as well, like a. If you have anything that you could like throw up there, might make it a little easier or harder, or if you can think of something else, if you want to surf on a speeder and get lifted up to there, that's probably possible. Again, you would have to make a check of some kind with that. Like, yeah, so there's ways to get up there. And if somebody get up there and you have rope, you could drop rope down as well to kind of get other people up there if you wanted to go that route. That is possible.
Any of us have rope? I don't. I should just say that straight out. I don't.
This is a good reminder that at some point I would like to get a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Well, only we bought that ascension gear.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, and you do have a utility belt. There, in theory, there is probably some. Probably some climbing thing in that.
Because I was looking at my gear and I did open that, so I'm looking at it right now.
So, like, it is. It wouldn't have a grappling hook in it, but it would definitely probably have some rope in it.
Okay.
That leads me to my second question. So if you maybe have rope, who's good at athletics? If any of us?
Not really my thing.
Yeah.
I could try doing something with that.
Let me see some shit. Let me see some
All
shit.
right. While Markus is looking at this, Oyen, you're currently still prone in the smoke over near the speeders.
Yep,
is there anything
speeders.
that you're doing right now with those?
I have in my equipment and gear, I have some macro binoculars, which I would like to use to kind of get like a just look at the speeders and see if there's any like markings or if there's any like particular like people or characters on them, you know, just if anybody I'd maybe recognize or like, you know, anything like that. That I may be able to determine.
So I'm gonna say this is impossible currently, just because they have the cloaking devices on, and those are kind of shimmering and kind of obscuring anything. You don't see any shimmering humanoid shapes at all like that around them, but you definitely can make out like the just kind of like the speeders and things of that nature, but no necessarily markings. Think of it like the stealth generators DT from KOTOR, you know how they would like completely hide like things. It's kind of like that, with a little shimmer kind of ongoing.
Okay.
You just happened to catch it with your perception earlier.
How big? Okay, so we're in some sort of cargo room sort of deal.
You're currently like in a hall outside like Shadda, and I say hall loosely. It's like a big open area, and then there's like the hangar with door, and then up to the vent, and then down the hall to the left around the corner is kind of like Oyen and those stealthed up ships. Or speeders, not ships.
Yeah. How far from the speeders? Where are we all at, like roughly distance wise?
So Oyen is fairly close to them. You guys, it really is up to you. Like, how close to them do you want to be currently? Like, Markus, I thought was kind of like still around the door of the hangar because he's looking up, right, and looking up at the thing. Now, obviously, you guys are kind of you're being kind of stealthy. You're not like standing out in the open or anything. You've taken like kind of like some positions when when Oyen calmed you guys. So it's really up to you. They're probably like from the door to the speeders, medium range. They're kind of like around the corner. They're like tucked away type fighting.
Okay. I feel like if I walked in the direction Oyen went, it might let them off. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the thing. Can I use my little short range radar, see if any of them might be close to us?
Sure. You sure can. So you want to set up your little radar to do a quick little ping, just to see if the area. This will spend it for this use.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and you don't really need to make a check or anything for it, I don't think. You just kind of have it and it goes off. So you activate your little radar and it pings, and all you guys ping, so you know where they are. You obviously know where your friends are. But inside the warehouse pings, like 4 on one part of the warehouse, 4 on the opposite side of the warehouse, and then like another one person ping shows up kind of like also on one side of the warehouse.
I'll grab my column.
So like 9 pings.
Okay. Not like 9 pings in total, but I'll grab my comm and let everyone know. I just used a small little radar pulse, and we have 9 guests. 4 on one side, 4 on the other, and then a single one somewhere else. I think the single one could potentially be someone with a sniper rifle, maybe. That's what I'm assuming based on position, because they're by themselves.
Seems like on the comms, yeah, Marcus be like, it seems like a flanking position. Yes. 2 on each side, 1 sniper in the wings.
Did Geba indicate any to expect any additional security from his side, or are we to assume that these are hostiles?
I was unclear with that, but I think if we can, maybe we should find a way to block off certain areas where some of these pings are located, because this place, based off of that, it seems like this place is pretty heavily watched. So if we can,
Ian, the radar pings came from inside the hangar bay, not outside, not around the area, inside the hangar bay.
Oh, inside. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Okay. I probably didn't make that clear.
So this is for Loki. So we're waiting. The hangar bay is the rendezvous where we're expecting to meet the cargo ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've arrived, and we're waiting for the cargo to arrive. But we have used our radar, and there are pings of beings inside the hangar bay where we're expecting the cargo to land.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
We're getting ambushed, boys.
Which, by the way, since you've used the radar, it is now impossible for you guys to be ambushed at any point during this following whatever happens next. You guys are completely safe from that. You are prepared for a fight now. You know there's possibly hostiles in there, possibly not hostiles in there. Either way, you're ready for a fight if the one happens, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Gotcha. Also,
so what's the game plan? What are we doing here? There's just pings inside of the warehouse. There's speeders out here. What are we thinking?
I think we should survey through the vent to get a full recount of the entire situation, because it all looks like an ambush, to be certain, but maybe it is extra security, and that very, very small chance. We should first try and get some reconnaissance done and see if there's any monster situation, and also in the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a little more knowledge on who we're dealing with, their exact positionings, and maybe find a different avenue to get the drop on them. So I still think we should try and go through this vent really fast. Also, Josh, how does the climb up look? Like, how does that look to the vent? Like,
Looks
is
about
it like really rocky, like fucked up?
Oh, I mean, like you could probably set up some boxes and things around. Like, it's probably like, mechanically speaking, probably a two purple die climb. You know, it's not super difficult to get up there. If that's the route you want to go. Yeah. And it's not like if you fell, you would die or anything. Like, it's not that high up. You just might make some noise or something.
All right, well, I'll try to make my way back to you guys, and we can take the vent up and get the high ground, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that would be a good plan. So yeah, we just waiting on Oyen, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and you make your way back to the group. And you guys are gonna attempt to climb the vent. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's gonna make the climb?
So my question to you guys is, what is your athletics looking like?
I have 2 greens.
Okay. Bigfoot?
Same.
Doki?
My mechanical arms are for dexterity, not strength.
Okay, so I'm going up, baby. Let's do this.
All right, Oyen's gonna climb.
Josh, I will use the little, you know, kind of rope or whatever it is I have in my utility belt. You know, well, the way I picture it is like, you know how in A New Hope when Luke and Leia took the stormtrooper gear and they used those things to swing across.
Yeah, I got
that's
you.
kind of, I imagine that's one of those things what we're using. So
yeah, something like that.
I'll take, you know, so we'll use that, and then give me the difficulty.
It'll be 2 purple die.
Can I help?
Yeah, you just tell me how you help. Tell me how you're gonna help him.
I think it's as simple as like he just gives him like a boost to get up.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean that works. It's like he might get
so,
like a little running start, and you kind of give him a little boost up to kind of get him a little bit closer to the jump.
Yeah.
And kind of like make the aiming of a little bit easier. Yeah, so take a boost die, Oyen.
All right, so 2 purples and a blue, correct?
2 purples and a blue.
All right, we're rolling, baby.
Hey.
Yes.
A success and a threat.
The boost actually came in handy.
That was exactly what you needed.
Yeah. Yeah, Oyen, so you get like a running start at Markus, and he kind of gives you a boost. Can you describe the rest of your climb as you kind of are kind of launched into the air a little bit with your rope, and you're kind of giving it a little toss as you kind of go?
Yeah, so he like throws me up in the air, and I'm like trying to find a good spot to like attach the rope to. I do, and we kind of just like with that extra bit of like, you know, oomph to go upwards. I get that little extra needed, since the roll seems like I got exactly what I needed, like just barely. I kind of get that like sweet spot of where it needs to go, and so it kind of just, you know, I get a good spot at it, and I what you call it? I get it where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And it's hooked and sturdy and ready enough for everybody else to kind of to climb up on it as well.
Yeah. So anybody that climbs up, you will have to make an athletics check, but you will get a boost die, and the difficulty will only be 1 purple die because you have successfully attached the rope, and Oyen is up there now, and he can help pull you up as well.
Yeah, I climb my way up to it, and I kind of just find a little good spot to be able to pull everybody up from.
How big is this, man?
Big enough for a body to kind of go through. Probably not a Wookiee, but none of you are Wookiees, so.
Cool. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Kind of, you'll be like on your hands and knees, but yeah.
Got you. All right, then then I guess I'll go next. I guess.
Everything's good up here. Who's next?
Oh, you do suffer 1 strain, Oyen, as you kind of bang your knee again on.
Damn it!
My good knee, no.
That poor knee's taking a beating.
Take Ferric.
Take Ferric.
That sounds like good. All right, so
Yeah, you used to be a smuggler on Shadda. I took a blaster bolt to the knee. Yes, you're going next, Markus. 1 purple,
right,
1 boost.
One purple, 1 boost.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Okay.
Didn't work. I fall.
Markus gets like halfway up the rope where his hands just slipped, and he just falls back and just busts his ass on the ground.
Fucking Wile E. Coyote sign is right there, being like, uh-oh.
Luckily, another ship is passing over, so you make no noise. You do, however, suffer 2 wounds as you kind of bruise your backside pretty rough there, Markus.
Are you okay? That looks rather painful.
He's kind of got that wordless scream going on, you know, like.
Yeah, no, fine. Somebody else should climb up the.
Try. I'll go next. What could possibly go wrong?
One purple, one boost, baby.
Oh, thank God.
All
Okay.
right, that's good.
Jindy makes it up, and gets her purchase. Going forward, anybody that climbs now gains 2 boost die. And somebody else is up there to kind of help.
Doc, like, you know, twists the tip off of his finger and just jabs Marcus a little bit and gives him a stem.
Okay.
What is that?
What's a stem do? It's been a while. I don't know if we've ever used one.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
I know that.
Stims heal.
Yeah, I know it heals.
How much is it?
Mechanically.
I think the way it's supposed to work is
heal 5 wounds. It takes a maneuver for a character to inject a stim pack in himself or another stim packs, or when you silence them, automatically heal 5 wounds.
Okay, so you healed the full, Marcus.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just back up. And I'm like.
Yeah, but future uses it's 1 less. So next time you get a stim, it'll be 4.
It'll be 4. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Until it resets.
There you go. All good.
He's like, thank you.
Very good. All better. Need you in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go next, and we'll all help you out. All right?
Yeah. No, that sounds great. Sounds good.
Marcus, you're relieved as your coccyx stops hurting momentarily.
Yep.
All right. You said 2 boost die.
2 boost die. 1 purple.
1 purple. And 2 boosts. All right.
All right.
Doc scampers up the rope. No problem. Anybody going forward gets 3 boost die going forward. They're all up there to help you up.
Oh, nice.
Come on, Marcus, you got this.
All right, let's try this one more time.
You all right enough to climb and try it again, Marcus?
Yep. Hey, let's try it again.
I a strong hand.
Thank God. Marcus is able to climb up, and you guys grab a hold of him by the belt and yank him up onto the perch. You also pull up the rope, so it's not obvious that somebody is up here as well. You are now up on this perch above the doorway into this hangar next to the vent, which you need to open the vent, so you will need to do a mechanics check on that, whoever wants to do that.
I will do it.
Okay. It'll be 2 purple die.
Okay.
But I'm gonna spend a dark side point to turn it into 1 purple, 1 red die.
Gotcha.
As one of the screws seems to be in there, extra tip top. And you guys can also assist as well.
Yeah.
Because you are up there.
Yeah, Doc will definitely assist.
So 1 boost. Let's see. Let's go. Gotcha.
All right.
Damn.
You are able to very easily undo the vent and set it to the side very carefully without knocking it off. And the vent is now open for you to be able to crawl through.
This boost dice doing work today.
These boost dice are saving.
Yeah. That's
always
good.
Help action always helps.
Yeah.
Note to self: second story work, not this crew's, best attribute.
Good to know.
All right. I assume. Actually, I shouldn't assume anything. How do you guys proceed into the hangar?
I assume, stealthily through the vents.
Okay, give me stealth checks. Everybody just give me raw stealth checks. No difficulties.
Raw stealth.
Let me write it down.
Where is you stealth?
Another triumph.
Fucking Jesus.
Dang, that was a good roll.
Oh my god.
Said no difficulty.
No difficulty.
At least we're all stealthy. It isn't like fucking D&D where there's one person.
Okay. One success, one advantage. Same for you. 2. And 2 and 1. Try. Okay. You guys are able to clamber your way through. I need to do some rolls too. Really quick. In private.
That's suspense.
Let's see here. This would be this with one of those. These. Okay, and I need another one project for you. Yeah, it's right here. Here it is.
What's happening, chat? What do you think?
Yes. Yes.
I'm in danger.
I know what I just remembered.
Okay.
We could have just flipped the light slide point to get some rope if we really had needed. We didn't have to like struggle and like look and shit. Like we really could have just.
It's all right, man. We made it. We're up. We're good.
We done it. We done it. It's okay.
Right? It was like we this could have been simple.
All right, so here's what happens.
I couldn't have busted my ass. I could, you know. So what happens?
Here's what happens. You guys are able to very stealthily make your way through the event. No problems there. You get through the you get through the scene that's like Die Hard, where it's like, I know what a TV dinner feels like. You guys know what a hut TV dinner feels like now. And you make your way into the hangar area, where you guys have an overview of the entire area. There are some boxes around and are spread around both halves of the hangar. In areas where you normally wouldn't see if you came in the front door, but because you're high up, you see on one half 4 what are these guys? My notes. You see 4 Kyozo, humanoids not standing. They're kind of crouched behind some boxes. They're armed with blasters. On the other side, you see another 4 of the Kyozos. KYUZO, by the way, is who I'm talking about. I'm probably fucking up the name because I'm bad.
No. I know who you mean.
Also, kind of on the other side, they're kind of like set up to ambush, right? For anybody that might come in. there are 4 on the other side, and they have blaster. What are they? They have blaster rifles or blaster pistols. Oh, I accidentally closed Twitch. Awesome. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to open that back up. But yeah, you guys are currently they currently have blaster. Oh, god damn it! Here it is. They have blaster pistols and rifles. They have slug throwing rifles.
So for those of you wondering what a Cuso is, think of Embo from Clone Wars.
Yes. Oh god, that was so loud. What the fuck? Alright, Twitch, you back open. Sorry, I closed you guys. Yeah, and then in the back corner, Doc, you spot this person. You've seen them. Well, you may have seen them. I'll leave it up to you. You see an Aquelish back there. One of Zellen's flunkies, one of his guys, bounty hunter, by the name of Jala So. Jala So. You recognize him possibly. And you can see that he has a heavy blaster pistol and also a blaster rifle. He's wearing a flight suit as he's kind of hunkered over in a corner, also set up to take an ambush position. And yeah, you guys kind of go into the area, and you can see there's like a catwalk in front of you guys that you could come out on as well if you want to open up the vent there. But that's what you see as you kind of crawl through the vent. And I think that's a good place to take a quick break so you guys can figure out what you want to do next, because we've been playing for 2 hours already. And it went by so fast, I feel like.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be right back after this. We're going to get up, stretch our legs, go to the restroom and stuff. For anybody on YouTube, this will be instantly. But for anybody here on Twitch, we'll be right back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. See how the crew deals with this ambush situation in Geba's smuggling warehouse. Be right back after this. Hello everyone, welcome back to Blasters and Bandits episode 7. We are back from our break, and when we left just a little bit ago, the party had scampered their way up a ledge and through a vent into the hangar of this job that they're doing for Geba the Slimy. And they have discovered an ambush waiting for them inside. But it may be time to ambush the ambushees, depending on what the crew wants to do. All right, crew, what do you want to do? 4 guys on one side, 4 guys on the other side, and an Aquelish guy, kind of like on one side, back corner.
My first question would be, is there any sort of mechanical machines inside this hangar that we can see?
There's probably like some like robotic arms that would kind of reach down and like unload like big cargo. Probably like hanging from the ceiling and currently in a not operating state, but kind of like in an idle state, just kind of there on the ceiling, yeah. Probably some stuff like that. There's like cargo boxes around. Let me describe the area a little bit for you. There's some like cargo boxes around below that the Kyuzo and Aquelish are kind of taking cover behind. You guys are up on a catwalk up above everything, so you guys got like a bird's eye view, right? So, and then there's the loading arms up above that would be used for unloading like super heavy cargo. Fairly large hangar, and there's control consoles around on the ground floor probably for controlling things, and yeah, and there's like I want to say like an office, but it's not like an office. It's like where you would stand to like check cargo and stuff like that. That's supposed to come in, that type of area, like a little command center, I guess, out in the open. And that's kind of like roughly what's around in the area.
Where the mechanical arms are positioned above for grabbing cargo, is there any that is near any of our lovely guests waiting for us?
So the way they're set up is they're on like a rail system, right? So like you could like use either computers or mechanics, however you want to do it. If you can find an area up there on the catwalk to kind of hack into them, and you could slide them and move them around however you want. It will make noise when they start moving around, so it might draw attention. But you could like hack in it and move them around super quick if you needed to. Like I'm getting the sense that you want to use an arm to whack the shit out of some of these dudes.
Well, that or I have a talent called Bad Motivator, so make a hard mechanics check that causes one targeted device to spontaneously fail.
Okay, yeah.
And I was thinking if any of the arms is holding something, like to cause it to stop and drop on top of someone.
They're not necessarily holding anything, but I would let you with your talent, like, malfunction an arm in a way that might damage some of the ones below. Like, you could totally do that if you wanted to.
Drop an arm on the 4 fucking Cuzos, dude.
You could knock a cargo container over with it, like, you know, whatever the nature of the malfunction would be. I would let you do that if you succeed on the roll. Like,
I'm tempted. I'm actually tempted now.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay, hard mechanics check.
Very
all
good.
right. Before you do it,
okay.
Is there anything else that you guys? Look, you have a prime opportunity here to set up. So how do you want to do it? Yeah, like you will get like a surprise round, so to speak. How do you want to go about this?
I need to know which ones Jeudy is going after, because you said there's like 4 Qs on one side, 4 on the other, and then there's a Aqualish on one side somewhere.
Yeah, so the Aqualish is on one side, away from. For the Kyuzo. He's like not up on them, but he's with them, right? So they're like, so imagine it like this, right? Kyuzo, and then back corner is Aqualish, right? Like think of it like a square. So which where do you want to try to make this arm malfunction, Jeudy?
I'd say probably the. See, I'm trying to think. Because if we're like above on a catwalk, I'm trying to think as like position wise, do we want to be firing at people who are like closer to us or farther away?
I think you should make the arm malfunction on the ones that are further away, and then we attack the ones that are closer.
Yeah, so I'll use it on the.
I have to be in short range to do much of anything.
Yeah.
So I will.
Is there a way for us to get down? To where they are?
Yeah, there's like there's like a ladder that you could slide down super quick if you need to. You guys can shoot beyond short range, even if your weapons are short range. It'll just be a little bit harder, I think, is how it works. So if you guys just like, you're gonna get a free round basically. So if you guys want to set up like I'm not telling you to do this, I'm just suggesting it to you that it's a thing that you can do. You can set up just to have a free round of shots at the ones closest to you. If everything goes according to your plan, you can set up like a free round basically, and instead of like, what is it to shoot in the short? Let me look here. Actually, let's open the battle map. We'll just open it in general. How about that? And I will set this up, and we'll switch to the battle cam view. So short range is 1 purple. Now you guys can shoot into like they would be like medium range to you. If your guns have short range only, you can shoot into medium range. I just think it upgrades a purple to a red, so it'd be like a purple red. I think is how that works. And if that's not how it works, that's how I'm going to rule it works for the purposes of this ambush, if that's what you want to
do. All right.
Because I think it upgrades difficulty. I will look it up after we're done. But
yeah, I'm looking at the cheat.
Yeah, before we do anything, Doc will like whisper to the team.
I recognize one of them. These are Zilan's men. Everyone that needs to, you should put in your respirator, your rebreather now.
And I'll go ahead and put the guys on the board too.
Markus does. Yep, he puts that bitch on.
Just gonna put those in the middle.
No question that. He's like, nope.
I'll put them here. And I'll put Jallo.
Fortunately, I got one built in because that's, gotta
guys.
have one all times, basically.
And I'll put you guys. You're probably right about, in terms of just range. Nope, that's Bayard. He's not with us anymore. Doc, you guys are probably like, you guys are probably within short range of them, to be honest. Like, if you account for like height differential and like being up above them, roughly, you guys can kind of absorb, move however around that you need to.
Can I do a perception to see if there's any like some sort of like explosives or like like explosive barrels or anything like that?
You don't need to do a perception for it, but there's not anything that would be explosive in this hangar that you can see. So these are the guys that are closest to you, right? These guys right here, I think, if you guys see me pinging, these guys are already in short range to you, so you could shoot there. So like, it would be like 1 purple to hit these guys, right? Like to you currently.
Yeah.
These guys, however, right here, are medium range to you. So if you were using a short range weapon, a weapon with a range of short, obviously, it would be a purple and a red, like, because the circle is like a dividing line, right? So like, this circle is short range, and then you move into this circle, that's medium range, and then this would be technically like long range, I guess, technically. Would be kind of how it works, I think. So really, it'd be 2 purple and a red to shoot at these guys with a short range weapon. But yeah, it's up to you guys. Like, this is just kind of the general layout. These guys are currently short to hit. You could shoot them fairly easily. No, these guys would be medium. Sorry, these guys would be medium range. So it'd be a purple and a red to hit these guys. Yeah. Even I get a little confused by it at times.
I got you. I think Markus' only question now is like, before we start anything, he's gotta like, so are we setting the stun or to kill in this situation?
Also, I actually need to redo these guys really quick because.
I mean, I don't think these guys are going to be setting the stun, so I don't see any reason.
Enough. And they're like,
it would be my preference if they were unable to report to Zelon. However, you go about that.
I figured that out. Yeah, he'll change he'll set the shit to kill it. All right, so. All right, is there any way to get down the ladder without giving away where we are?
You probably have to make a stealth check.
Okay.
But once like shit pops off, you could get down there in like a maneuver, like a move.
Yeah. No, I wanted just before anything pops off.
Yeah, before anything pops off, you'll have to make a stealth check if you want to try to get down the ladder.
Okay.
You will lose like your advantageous positioning.
All right,
a little bit.
Then I think, he ain't gonna move, so I think we're just ready to go.
Also, if you engage from up here, I'll go give you a boost die for having the high ground.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, it just makes sense.
Yeah,
I have the high ground.
Okay.
All right, so
is the plan to blast these motherfuckers from the catwalk?
I think after, I think
Derper does his thing.
Probably is gonna drop the thing, and then once that happens, we'll let ourselves be known and just fucking rain upon the blast of fire on these fools.
Okay.
Well, you'll see Doc reach into his pack and pull out a chunky looking canister with a pull ring on top.
Oh no.
Okay.
He's made it into a chemical.
He took the rebreather off to talk real fast, and then he puts it right back. He's like, "Yep, all right."
Oh my god, no!
All right.
He's made a grenade.
All right, Jindy, how does bad motivator work?
Okay, I gotta make a hard mechanics check, and I can cause one device to spontaneously fail.
You do have light side points as well, and I think you can use them on stuff like this. I don't know why you couldn't. If you wanted to, it's up to you.
Use one.
Yeah, I'll use one.
Okay.
And I will turn one of my greens to a yellow. Okay, hopefully this works. And I'm gonna attack the group that's far away from us, so the group on the
this group
hand side.
You can click to hold to ping, I believe, is the.
Yeah. It's been a while since I did.
All right, Jindy. We haven't had combat since like the first session.
Yep. Please work.
Okay. So here's what happens, Jindy. You get on your data pad, type in a few commands, right? And the arm up above just happens to be super susceptible to your goings-ons. And it swings down and just goes flying over in that area, and it knocks off this big container of cargo right onto these guys, and just crushes all four of them, so they are dead. And dead AF. Do I have a dead? No, that's no maneuver. That's suffocating. That's sleeping. They're just dead.
You are dead.
Yeah, I have a skull on them. They're dead. Yeah, so these guys are dead. Oh, cancel that. I don't want to do that. And then as Jindy does that, you guys can open fire on these dudes. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna open fire on these. Hold on.
Yeah.
These guys.
What is that gonna be again?
I think it's
that
purple,
will be.
Right?
Sorry, what did you say, William?
No, just these guys would be a purple, right?
These guys will be sure, it'll be a purple and it depends, right? It depends on if you're in if what your guns are. If the max range is, I think they're short. I think I said short. Yeah, so it's one purple. I'm gonna put them right here. They're actually right here. So it'll be one purple die. Yeah, you guys are up above them.
Where does it? I have medium ranged weapon.
Okay, yeah, then you're fine. You can shoot. It's only one purple to hit these guys because they're in short range to you.
Okay.
So it's really easy to hit them. You have the high ground. You get a boost die. Yeah, I think that's it. Just blast them with whatever your guns do.
All right, let's roll.
Don't roll the gunnery skill. Roll your weapon.
Oh, my weapon. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
You can roll it from your. I know we haven't done this in a while. Gears and equipment.
Right. So.
Oh, that's new. Help spending result.
If you click on your token and go over, you should get a little menu that'll open up for your blast for your weapons. Just roll it from there. Okay, Oyen just fucking. and just fucking smokes a shitload of them.
Oh no, the knockout grenade.
Where
No.
is this?
Do you have your token in an orange box?
Yes.
No, I didn't have a target.
I do now.
Okay, look at the top left. Do you see like underneath the battle map? Do you see like a little a box to open up?
Box to open it.
So it's like a little arrow that's like tucked in. At the top left.
In the top left? Yeah, okay.
And it'll like drag out, you'll see your name, you'll see like weapon, general skills, combat skills, knowledge skills, and utility.
Yeah, you can move it around.
Yeah, so you hover over weapons and you click your weapon.
Trying to find this. I've done this before, which is what pisses me off.
Yeah, it's just a little quick menu. I have it moved around, so it's in a different spot for me than what it would be for you guys.
Or you can just like...
I think I have it now. I think I have it now. Maybe.
We'll see. If not, you can always just open your sheet, just hover over.
Yeah, you can do it from there too.
And then click the dice roll.
So.
At least I think this is it.
You got it. Hey, we got sound effects too. Markus opens fire. Success for another 7.
I think usually it's like you have to target first and then attack, and then you'll see like an animation. That was last time. Remember, it's like pew pew pew.
Yeah, you could set to a target. It's been a minute since we've done combat. Yeah. As well. Also, we're not technically in combat. You guys are getting a free round. But here's what happens. Doc, you dropped the grenade somehow. I think you just miss. Right? Isn't that what happens?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hit what I was aiming at, but it still goes off and covers a large area in knockout gas.
Blast quality 10, right? Is that determined? That determines the range, right? Is that how it works?
Blast quality, the weapon has a large spread explosive blast.
Buffers equal or amount equal to blast rating damage. Okay, so it's covered. This area is covered in gas, but here's what happens, right? Jindy's robotic arm moves over and knocked over a cargo container onto those Kyozo on the right side. You guys simultaneously open fire, chopping down these guys. They're dead. You guys opened up and hit them really fucking hard. No joke. You really did straight up murder them. And then Doc's knockout gas kind of covers the area here a good little bit in this area. Probably something like honestly, it probably covers like a good like this. Let me see if this pops up for you guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this measured. Now you guys are up above the gas. So you wouldn't be harmed by like any of it as it kind of spreads around and does its thing.
Well, they shouldn't be harmed anyway because of the rebreathers.
Yeah, that's right. You're wearing rebreathers. I forgot. You gotta remember, I'm tracking a lot of things. But yeah. You guys are up above it anyway, so you can see down in the smoke. You see that you've crushed one group, just slaughtered the others, and Mr. Knockout guy over here, not Knockout guy, Mr. Bounty Hunter guy, Jalaso, suffers 10. Is it 10 damage for the grenade, Doc? Is that what the blast quality is?
Yeah, it's not a direct hit, so it would be it does the amount of blast.
Yeah. Okay.
So he would take 10.
He just starts coughing profusely. Honestly, like
10 strain specifically.
Yeah, 10 strain. like you guys have caught him so unaware, and you have completely like disabled the combat encounter to the point where I'm like, I don't think he would fight at this point because he's in kind of a shit position. I think what's gonna happen is we need to roll initiative because he's gonna try to run away. So let's do initiative. I'm gonna set you guys to combat on, and we can roll initiative here for that. So go to the tab, and it's just about, do you stop him before he gets away, basically. So you guys can roll. If you see the cross swords at the top, that's how you roll initiative. He's gonna roll. And it will be, what is it? It'll be for you guys, it'll be a cool or vigilance, whichever for you is higher. And for him, it will be, he got ambushed, so I think it's cool for him. Let me double check really quick. I have my cheat sheet open right here. Where is it? Combat. Initiative.
And it's not against anything, right?
Oh.
It's just
raw. It's just if you click on the, if you go to double swords and just click the roll button, it should do it for you automatically. How it should be.
It pops up the little menu. Ever click vigilance? Cool.
Cool if the character is aware / ready for combat. Vigilance if combat is unexpected. So he needs to roll vigilance. And for you, I think it's whatever's higher.
It's cool. And we roll cool because we knew there was people coming.
So where's this at?
So you know how there's the little tabs on the right hand side, the picture of the 2 swords, and you'll see like PC, then there's a dice. So click the dice and it opens up the table.
Oh, I rolled in private. I didn't mean to do that.
Holy shit!
And I'm missing Oyen. There you go. All right. You've all, we haven't done combat in so long, guys. It's okay that some of this is like, if we need a minute to go over it again, it's fine. Now remember,
I was looking at my sheet. I'm like, what?
So remember, roles, positions in initiative can change from round to round. So whoever wants to go first can go first, and what so forth. You guys can interchange is what I'm saying. So there's a PC up first, then the NPC, and then all the other PCs go. So who wants to take that first shot? He is at I believe he's currently at long range to you guys. So yeah, these guys are short, medium, long. Yeah. Short, medium, long. So this would be short, medium, long. Position is relative, so we kind of have to recalculate it every time.
I mean, I'll take a shot at him. Let's see.
Okay. So don't forget you can aim.
Yep.
You can suffer strain to take another maneuver and double aim if you want to. I'll let you do that. I think that's a thing we forgot when we first did it, is that you can suffer strain to get another maneuver.
Okay. So
That's pretty good.
what is the difficulty?
It'll be 3 purple die. Yeah, 3 purple dice.
Okay, 3 purple dice. And I got my boost. Okay. Let's hope the force is with us, because
do we have high ground on him, or is he on like equal leveling to us?
Yeah, you technically have high ground, so you get a boost die.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And I'm also gonna aim. So
Aim will give you another boost.
Yeah.
So 11 minus his
Also, I
soak.
guess I'm not clicking on my token or something, because I'm like, man, there's no sound effects with this button.
Oh, you have to target him. How do you do it? With this button. The double O's.
Yeah,
if you click on his token.
It's
so
bullseye. Yeah, it's the
if you want to roll again, we'll take that roll. But if you want to do the shooting, feel free to roll again.
I just want to hear the blaster sound.
Go for it. Do it.
No, did I do it? What the hell?
No, you missed. You got to do it again until you hit. So it didn't shoot.
Oh, I missed. Okay, that's what it was.
Yep, do it again. It still didn't shoot.
Yeah, what the hell? I'm clicked on it.
It might be bugged.
Okay, whatever. That's fine. Just the first roll is okay.
Hang on, I got you. One second. I got you. Here you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch.
Which for effect. There you go. You shoot him like 3 times. He goes down. You knock him out like unconscious as he as you guys kind of succeed in the most unconventional combat that I planned last night. So you win. Yay! Yeah. He's unconscious or dead. I'll leave it up to you guys if you're trying to take him alive or whatever. You guys have successfully pulled off the combat. That just goes to show you that not everything needs to be done with brute force. Nicely done, team. Yeah.
I did it, Reddit.
So, that's the end of combat, guys. You have successfully... that doesn't even feel like a combat. You ambushed and killed these guys so easily. I don't even know what to say. I'm not flabbergasted. I'm just like, wow. Fair, they really did that. That's so cool. First. You turned the ambush around on them. What could have been a very dire situation, you turned the tables on. The force was with you on this day. So yeah, what do you want to do in the aftermath? You guys have successfully ambushed these guys. Those 4 Kyuzo on the far side of the room are dead under a container, just crushed, destroying any valuables that they might have on them, but less that you have to kill or carry. But yeah, what do you guys want to do now? As the kind of like the gas grenade kind of eventually clears out of the room.
Can we say that Jalia's like still alive, but mortally wounded and stunned?
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Doc will walk up to him and kind of stand over him and is like,
"How's that cyberware working out for you?"
He's just laying there like wounded and looks over at you, Doc, as he's like coughing and says, "You. Of course it'd be you."
Oh, well, I personally had nothing against you, but I can't have you going and reporting back to Zaylon. That wouldn't be good for me. So it's unfortunate, but I can at least ease your passing. And with that, Doc will
do a dart out of his finger and just jab him in the neck.
Yeah, he gets like the words dank ferric out of his mouth a little bit. He gets like dank out, and it's just like, and then it just jabs into his neck as he just like dies. Which I need to mark him off Zelon's cartel list now because he's dead.
Anyone who's squeamish may want to turn around. He's got some very nice cyberware, if I must say so myself, and I would like to retrieve it.
Why?
All right. All right. He wants to look through all the other people's, the Kuzos and all they shit.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go secure the cargo.
Yeah.
But the ship hasn't arrived yet, has it?
It hasn't arrived yet. No, it hasn't arrived yet.
That's why.
I will lift the container that I dropped and possibly sweep away the squished,
bodies. Yeah, that's a.
I don't know if you're squeamish. Like,
I don't know which one's worse, like Doc ripping this guy's cyberware out, or Jindy rolling these guys up like a carpet, you know, and moving them away as they've been flattened. The stuff that they have for you, Marcus, is they have you are able to retrieve a couple, like some of it's damaged in the shootout, like you guys just completely obliterated them. So you get 2 blaster pistols and a slug thrower rifle. They didn't really have any armor, just basic clothing that kind of offered little protection, but that's it. So that's kind of all you get. They might have some credits on them. Let me roll, actually, and see here if they did. Can you roll I'll let you roll, Bigfoot. Can you roll? I don't know if it lets you roll numbers when we're set to this. I think it does, right? Can I roll a 1d100 in here? Let me see first before I ask you to do it.
It worked.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled as a street tough. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so go roll a 1d100 for me, Bigfoot, if you don't mind. Just to see what loot you come up with off the bodies. Random ass loot.
Random goodie. Ahoy.
You can type /R space 1d100. And that should let you roll. $96.
Dang.
One of the, so roll it 3 more times for me, Bigfoot, because each of these guys has something on them. One of them, you're able to loot his glass eye, out of his socket. Just you notice it in there. Might be worth a little something to somebody somewhere, I'm sure. 71. You were able to loot a survival med pack that one of them has, so you can add a med pack to your inventory. And a 20. You're able to loot a pair of glare shades off one of the guys. You take it out of his pocket, like sunglasses. They look nice. They're very stylish. This guy had good taste. Did not come off the same guy as the glass eye guy.
Yeah, it'll slide those on.
Did Jala have anything on him besides the cybernetics that Doc ripped off him?
Jalo, your loot, Jala soul. Jala had a heavy blaster pistol, a blaster rifle, and a flight suit that he was wearing. And then give me a roll, whoever's searching him, a 1d100 roll. If you do not mind.
Searching him. What is it? /R?
/R space 1d100.
Nice.
Of course. How does he have this on him? I don't know how he has it on him, but he has a Kadu egg on him that you're able to. He kind of had it in like a satchel bag, kind of. That's like obviously set up to act as an incubator of sorts. That he just had it on him randomly. How weird. But congratulations, add 1 Kadu egg to your inventory with incubator bag.
Oh,
hell yeah, that's cool.
God.
How do you spell that? Kadu?
Kaadu.
All right. Did I know that he had some cyberware, but what did he have?
He has like a cybernetic eye on his right eye. Probably helped with aiming. I'll have to give you the exact stats on it. As well as like like a forearm attachment on the left arm that you can get as well, Doc. You can rip off of him. Probably have to do some repairs to it. I'll get you stats for those after the game when I look into it a bit more.
Very nice.
So yeah, as you guys are kind of looting up and cleaning up the bodies, a large or not large, but like a medium-sized like freighter comes in and lands a Weekway pilot comes down the cargo hold holding a box about yay big, kind of like that, yay big. If you're looking at my camera's being a little whack.
Right.
Fairly small box, and he takes a note around the room and just kind of sniffs like, yeah, well, that's nothing new. It's hot shit. And he looks around and says, "All right, which one of you scum are in charge?"
All of us.
What's who's
speaking, Josh? Not a character.
The pilot, the smuggling pilot that's got the item, the box in hand.
Okay.
What is this the shipment we're waiting on?
Yeah, this is one of Geba's special shipments.
All right. Well, we're the ones here to take it to him.
Good. He's already paid up front, so I'll just hand it off to you then. He walks over and hands it to you, Oyen. The box is it's not super heavy, but it's not light either. Like you can very easily carry it. About like this. I don't know if you're looking at my camera,
I am. I see it.
Kind of like yeah.
All right, so not too bad. Yeah.
A fairly small. It's like a wooden box. With like engravings on it and like symbols, and it's just like very well like a lot of filigree on it, I should say. On it. Yeah, and he hands it off to you.
All right.
All right. And make sure you get this mess cleaned up in this hangar when you're done. You know, like somebody's always trying to steal Geba's stuff. You know, he's not. That's why he always sends the new blood down here to collect. It's kind of like maybe a test of sorts for you, I guess. Maybe I don't know. The pilot is very like nonchalant about all this. Like, you get the sense that he is somebody that is used to dealing with this type of thing fairly often.
Yeah.
How many times have people failed to deliver? And what happens if we had not been successful here? You would have been ambushed, and then what?
That's usually what Geba has, to do with it. Like, I just deliver it to the hangar, right? If I get robbed at the hangar, it's not my problem anymore. That's on Geba to take care of, you know what I mean? And truth be told, nobody ever really fails at it exactly. Geba always gets what's his in the end.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess you've delivered what you were supposed to deliver, and we're picking up. So I guess we'll be on our way. You'll be on yours, right?
Yeah. Well, see you next time then. He kind of smiles and is kind of very like nonchalant as he kind of makes his way back to the ship. And he gets in and then takes off. Like he is just like a delivery boy. He doesn't really spin around to talk. He just kind of moves on to the next job type character. So, yeah, you guys kind of get the hangar all sorted out. Any loot together and with you, and yeah, well, Ian, you're standing there holding the box.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, really quickly, any of you guys have any credits on them?
You guys could probably find like between them 200 or 300, probably like 300 credits between everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys can kind of divide up among yourselves. All right. You have successfully completed.
Doc will retrieve his knockout grenade shell because those
can
be refilled.
So everybody add 75 credits to yourself.
Yeah, no longer flat broke.
Nice.
Some monies.
Hey.
All right. You have the box. You have the loot. What do you want to do?
Now we just transfer. Also, wait, there is something else that I want to check for the I want the thing that basically I want to take the speeders and the cloaking gear and shit.
Okay. I suspected you might. Yeah, you get the you can go over there and get that fairly easily. Like you can get the access codes that were probably on the bodies to all that stuff. So there's 4 bikes and 1 like speeder car type that you guys can whatever you want to take. They have cloaking devices on them. So yeah, you can take whatever you want. It's up to you.
I think we should take the cloaking devices if we can, at the very least.
You will have to remove those from the vehicle, so you'll probably need to do like park it in a garage type removal system. So you probably want to take the bikes with you. You can ride them back if you want to.
I think we should do that. I think we should all just take one and take it back.
Just ride it back.
Change a bit.
Anything else we need to do here before we head out?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it just in case we need it for like next session. Can I do a redundant systems check?
What does that do, Derps?
Once per session, I make the redundant system action, make an easy mechanics check to harvest components from a functioning device to repair a broken one without breaking the first device.
Component from a functioning device to repair a broken one without breaking the first device. Yeah, sure, why not? Or why do you just harvest his components, I guess?
Yeah, so I was just gonna take some either components from like one of the mechanical arms or maybe like the car. So to fix my radar pulse, so that means
yeah. Go ahead and make a roll.
Be ready.
Go right
ahead.
ahead.
If I fail this, I will cry.
You shouldn't fail it. It's 1 purple. Okay.
And I super crit. For fuck's sake.
Let me try out for Jeudy. Okay. Yeah, you're able to harvest some components, Jeudy. I'm not sure like how many or anything like that. Whatever you need, you get enough to be able to like repair your radar thing 2 times. How about that?
Ooh.
So you could get it, repair it, use it again, and then repair it.
And I already used one, so I'll just only have one on me.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. What is the plan, crew?
Where do we have to do we have to deliver this to Jebba, the package?
Yeah, you bring this to Geba. Yes, he wants it in hand.
So I guess we could just take the speeders, ride it to Geba, and then take the speeders and then to a place where we can remove the cloak and stuff.
Well, we're taking it to the ship, ain't it? That's some tripping because we took the ship down to the lower levels, right?
No, you took speeders down to the lower levels. You can drive back up with the speeders you got if you want to.
All right, because I mean, we could just drop the speeders in the car and shit off at the fucking ship. Everything.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Shit. I'm like, we should keep me.
We should what?
I'm saying we should keep these goddamn speeders and speed car and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's take these speeders back and let's get out of here.
Okay. Are you going to ride your speeders to Geba's, or are you going to ride your speeders up to where the ship is and then go to Geba's on foot? Or what? Which one are you doing?
I think we'll take the speeders to the ship and then we'll from then go to Geba's.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So you guys are able to get back up to the levels, upper levels, no problem. You get back to your hangar and park your bikes and make your way back to the Slime Palace?
Yep.
Okay. You go into the Slime Palace and it is still kind of like, there's like a light party going on. Where Geba was before, he's not there anymore. Kubis is standing guard near a door that you guys probably saw before, near to where he is. It's big enough to fit Geba through. So Geba is probably in his private office. He sees you and he kind of like waves you over.
The box in hand, we'll just walk over to him.
Kubis takes a look at you and he kind of nods and says, Geba is expecting you inside.
Very well.
And the door opens up for you guys to walk into. And as you pass through through the first set of doors, they close behind you, and then the next set open. It's kind of like a safety door. And you see Geba up on his like mobile platform, kind of in the back of this spacious room. It's got like a lot of like stuffed animal heads on the walls, and it's like very luxurious and well furnished around. And you see Geba up on his dais and says, "Excellent, excellent, well done. Please come forward and deliver to me." He smiles.
I will walk forward and hand over the box.
He takes it from you very easily, and then he kind of opens it up just enough to peek inside. Oh yeah, and you're close enough. Make a perception check, 2 purple dice, to see if you can see what's in the box.
What's in the fucking box?
Perception, 2 purples, yeah?
Yeah.
Why you got this?
Okay. I'm also gonna use a I'm gonna flip a force die and
right,
turn
go right
one
ahead.
of my greens into another yellow.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. So roll it.
All right, 3 successes and 1 threat. So you see inside the box for just a moment, Oyen, a long, looks kind of like a cylinder, several inches thick, with a with a black handle and golden rings around it. Give me well, I'll let you decide. Oyen, do you know what a lightsaber is?
Yes.
This is a lightsaber. It is a Jedi weapon of ancient design. That you may have just discovered that Geba doesn't deal in foodstuffs. He deals in highly illegal and ancient artifacts. This one is black, gold, and silver. And then the box closes very quickly. The threat is, you don't know what the threat is, but I'm going to mark it down for me.
Oh, shit.
Geba smiles, and he kind of drools a little bit as he smiles. Well done, well done. Consider part of the debt paid down. So you can lower your obligation, Oyen, by 1 for Geba.
Okay.
By 1.
By 1, as well as a little bonus. And he brings out, he reaches in and transfers 500 credits to you, Oyen, that you can divide among the party. Geba looks at you and says, "Run into any trouble, did you?"
Well,
they certainly tried, but we were able to get the better of them, and they didn't really see us coming. We also noticed, well, Doc here noticed one of Zelon's bounty hunters, was there with them. He's no longer around. None of them are no longer around. So you might want to send a cleanup crew over there to, sweep up those bodies. But no one is around anymore. We took care of it without much of a problem.
As you tell the story, Geba kind of starts chuckling Zelon's always trying to get his hands on my things. He might be more powerful, but I am definitely the more cunning. Speaking of that, I have another job for you. Well, Kubus has another job for you. Speak to him when you leave here, if you don't mind. Well done, boys. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, well, there it is. Here's your package. Enjoy that. We'll go speak to Kubus when we get the chance.
Of course. Enjoy the amenities of the Slime Palace in the meantime. And if I have another job for you in the future, I'll make sure to contact you. You can work down some more of that debt.
Indeed, I would very much like to do that. Well, we'll get out of your way, Geba, and we'll stay in contact, and sure I'll hear from you soon.
Excellent. As you guys go out the doors and they close on you, the camera stays behind on Geba as he opens the box once more, now that the room is empty, and ignites the lightsaber, which alights him in a purple glow. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Interesting.
XP. Everybody gains 15 XP for time played. Markus, you get an extra 5 XP for your triumph. Jeudy, you get an extra 10 XP for your 2 triumphs. And Oyen, you get an extra 15 XP for your 3 triumphs.
So that's a total of how much, sorry?
So it'll be 30 for you, Oyen.
Okay.
25 for Jeudy, and 20 for Markus. And then 15 for Doc, who I do not believe rolled a triumph.
I did not.
Also, everybody add 125 credits because that's the little split we got from the little extra money that Geba gave me.
Oh, and on top of all of that, add an extra 10 XP to everybody for the combat encounter that you guys very successfully ambushed the ambushers.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another 10 just for everybody. Thank you to my players for playing Blasters and Bandits with us again. We went the full 3 hours today.
Yeah.
I thought it would be longer if a combat happened, but it didn't happen. You guys subverted the combat and slaughtered those guys in very well thought out, planned, and successful use of skills. Subverted the combat encounter. Like, I'm not. The reason I keep bringing it up is not that I'm mad. I'm just like amazed at like how it went down because we haven't done a lot of combat in the game yet. I'm just like, well, Jeudy did the robotic arm thing with the bad motivator, and then you guys successfully ambushed like crazy and successfully like spotted the ambush, climbed up a wall, went through a vent. Like everything went in a way that really gave you guys the advantage, and I think that's so cool. And really awesome. So it was just a ton of fun. So shout out to my players. Thank you guys for playing with me. And we are going to continue with Blasters and Bandits next Saturday with episode 8. I'm excited to see where this
played to our strengths on that one.
For sure. But yeah, shout out to my players. Shout out to everybody that watched us. Shout out to Geba getting a lightsaber. Yeah, so for me, upcoming, these are going to be my shout outs. Next week, Final Fantasy 16 drops on Thursday. We will be streaming that live over at twitch.tv/Josh902, which is the other channel on that I stream from, which is the channel I play video games on usually, and we do the Clockwork Cantina podcast on Mondays, so make sure to come check that out at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for Clockwork Cantina, rather, on Mondays. DT and I are reading the Authority comic series, Volume 2 is what we'll be talking about on Monday. And then I just finished Horizon Zero Dawn, and we'll be starting Final Fantasy 16 on Thursday. I'm really excited. I played the demo. It's up on my Twitch if you haven't watched it yet. It's also on my YouTube if you haven't watched it yet. Go watch the demo for Final Fantasy 16. It is bonkers, without getting into spoilers. The other thing I do is I own a dice shop, 902 Dice Creations on Etsy. Make sure to go check it out. I'm having a sale right now, 25% off, to help pay some of the bills around this house. So if you want some dice, polyhedral dice that I make by hand, come check those out. Over to DT. DT, what are your shoutouts, my friend?
Shout out to everybody for being here and playing the game. What a heck of a game, man. It was a great session today. And thank you, Josh, as always, for, doing what you do to get not only, do your DM/GM duties, but also run production on the stream and everything. Good stuff. And yeah, I'm just, looking forward to next week, man. Every week it's just like, every time we play, I should say, it's just like, I want to play more, dude. I want to play more. But things are getting interesting. Hopefully, also I'm working on getting us another player, so hopefully I'll hear from more on that front as well. Because it's gonna be I'm excited. Yeah, just coming up for me, I got a lot of games to play on stream, man. I gonna be doing some more Diablo. I'm gonna be starting some new games, such as Tell Me Why and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yeah, just there's a lot going on, man. So just stay tuned, follow me on all the things. Go, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out.
Okay. Derper, any shout outs for you, bud? What do you got going on?
Obviously, shout outs to the game. I love this system. I love everything about it. It was really cool. Really excited to find out more about down the line who the fuck following us and why they're doing this, as well as I'm kind of interested in what other shit Jebba has in his so-called collection. After that little spoilerino we got near the end. Yeah, that's really about it. And also, thanks to you for running as always.
Thank you. All right. Bigfoot, shout outs. Anything you got going on that you want to shout out? Any shows you recommend? Anything like that you want to talk about?
Shout outs to obviously to you for running the game and making it such a great time. Shout out to everybody for being here and being great to like just bounce shit off of and have a fucking great, amazing time playing the game with. Shout outs to Survivor. Finally beat that motherfucker. Very happy about that.
Oh
yeah. So many games to play now. So shout out to them, but also fuck them.
Straight up.
And shit, and yeah, it was a great time.
All right. Loki, any shout outs, bud? What do you got going on? What about streams? Anything you want to shout out? Go, now is the time.
Yeah, shout out to everybody here. This is a great session. I'm loving this game. I love the system. Narrative dice just make things super interesting. Shout out to Valhalla, and she's playing Valorant and some other things on there. We also have 7 Days to Die Alpha 21 coming out very soon on Stable. So we might be playing some of that on stream or offline. I'm not really sure. But yeah, looking forward to that.
All righty. That's gonna do it for us here, guys. Appreciate everybody for watching the show. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, we'll be working on getting that new player in as well. We'll see how things develop over the week. Come watch all our streams. It's gonna be very busy, and we'll catch you all next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and happy Pride Month. Goodbye.